Paul's in the building.
Good afternoon.
How are we doing, Tiana?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Wait, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, now I can. I couldn't at first.
Good morning.
Good
I was
Good
morning.
like, hold
morning.
on, something's wrong.
Hello.
Sorry, so I never heard what you said, Tiana. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. How are you doing, Anika?
Living this good thug life. No, I'm
I
good.
feel like it's far from that.
Man, the way my life is set up, bro. I had coffee this morning. I'm about to drink some matcha.
Oh, are you fancy, huh?
A little bit sometimes. Just a little bit.
A little bit. Look at you. Some green matcha tea. All right.
Latte. Latte.
Oh, a latte. Oh, pardon me.
My
Let me not get it
Nespresso will
incorrect.
froth my oat milk for me.
You real fancy.
Sometimes a little bit.
Oh, good. My guy Jonathan, how you doing?
What up, man? It's all good. I'm in the car driving. I got class till like 11:50, so I'm gonna tune in on my ride home.
Hey, all good, man.
All right.
We appreciate you nonetheless checking in. Well, since we got you for a second, why don't you kick us off, Jonathan, with the question you're never prepared for that always comes. What's a win you got this week?
No, listen, I've been trying to stay prepared because I'm like, I know it's coming. So I put my little flyer for my group. So we did one over the weekend. I had a nice
Mm-hmm.
little turnout. And I think the win, not doing the group, right? Because I feel like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to see kids too much because
Yeah.
they're just annoying sometimes. But I feel like this is an opportunity to have them where they could be around their peers. And what stood out in the win for me was is like the insight that kids have nowadays that I feel like we didn't have as children. So like when we was talking about like emotional regulation and stuff, but like the
hmm
level of understanding they had was it was more than I was expecting. So we were able to have a real good conversation, and everybody joined in, and like nobody was acting all like I'm too cool for this. So I thought
Right.
that was pretty cool.
And this was
Yeah,
what age group again?
I had I think the oldest was 17, and the youngest was I think 13, 14, eighth grade to like 12th grade.
Nice. That's dope, man.
Yeah,
Congrats on that.
I hear a
yeah, it's
shift
pretty cool.
change. Ooh, baby, we're open for
Yeah,
kids. Ooh.
yeah, it's
Jonathan
cool. So
says
it
they're
worked
still
out.
annoying, but
No, yeah, it's. See, I worked with a program called T-Chat for like 2 years, probably when I was an associate, and
uh
it's like virtual telehealth in schools. So we work with all these school districts in Texas, and you would do like virtual telehealth from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So, I
Mm.
guess it's like it became a lot.
Yeah, understood. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. No, that is a huge win. Congrats on the successful group. And some good takeaways from it. That's what's up. Dr. Charles, what do you got? Other than pondering, you look like you're pondering on something.
What are my wins?
She's pondering the cute hair.
Thank you.
Hey, hey.
That is my win, that I made it through the silk press today.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Um, business wise, what is my win? Um, I've just been chilling, man, for real. But I do have an intern, two interns. One of them, I have them on finding the cheapest way to provide my own CEUs, because I think I mentioned to y'all that this year I don't have that many conferences.
Hmm.
But why not turn these CEUs into my own? I can get paid directly.
Hmm.
Um, and so that, but also, so I think well, maybe I didn't, I don't know. I am chartering a chapter of the Association of Black Social Workers here in San Antonio.
Oh.
And you know, part of that is leveraging and uplifting Black providers.
Hmm.
And so one of the girls that is helping charter it, she posted these white people for the supervision certification course. And I was like, girl, that is completely outside of what we're supposed to be doing here. Like, why are
Right.
we promoting white people on for the Association of Black Social
But
Workers?
right, exactly.
And so I was Googling and I realized it's because the only Black person that provides that course is Jasmine. And I was like, oh, okay. And so now I'm on a mission to be the second person to provide supervision for clinical social workers.
Wow. So Jasmine's on. Oh, that's crazy. I just talked with her, what, 2 weeks ago?
So that is my new mission.
See, that's good.
Because that don't make no sense. So she can have up north and I'll take the south.
There you go. I like it. That's pretty good though.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Miss Kendra, welcome.
Good afternoon. How are y'all?
Good afternoon. Doing pretty good. How are you? How about you give us a win?
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I think the biggest win, I actually have a few things, but
Ooh.
yeah, but the biggest thing, I'm just gonna go with that thing. I'm coming into, or at least trying to come into the new year strong. So I did
Mhm.
not open up my tax bank account until like the last quarter of last year. So taxes are probably going to bust me in the head again this year. But I'm coming into the year strong this
Okay.
year for 2027. So my tax account was, I think I opened it somewhere around October maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but I'm depositing about 200 a week in
Okay.
there right now. That way, each quarter, that money, at least, half of it, the bulk of it, whatever it may be, will
Mm-hmm.
be there. Um,
Yep.
and, I don't have to think about it or try to
Mm-hmm.
avoid it there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest thing that I guess I'm proud of. I'm trying to be a little more proactive and truly put strategies in place this year.
I love that, Kendra. And one of the things we're gonna start doing, I was talking with the bookkeeping team on this. We're gonna start with this. We're gonna start on this with January bookkeeping. Is when we send you, how we send you your monthly reports and everything. we're going to also send you a note of how much you should be setting aside each month too. So
Okay.
continue with your 200 a week, but we were talking about this as a team as well. And you know, as y'all know, we send you the quarterly, you know, amounts to pay. But then I was like,
Yeah.
wait, we should get a little more granular even on this and do that each month. So based on your P&L for the month, we're going to tell you, hey, based on this, let's set this much aside. So perfect example for you, if you're doing your 200 a week, you know, hey, after the month is over, you got 800 in there. Let's just say, hey, we're like, hey, Kendra, for this month, we need, you know, $1,000. Well, then, you know, hey, let me maybe see if I could slide an extra 200 in there, you know, so it's there.
Mhm.
So that, but I keep doing what you're doing on that. That'll be perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Good, good, good. Miss Portia, how are you?
Chewing, Alan, I'm chewing.
Good. It is lunchtime.
Yeah, give me 10 seconds.
No, you are good.
Mhm.
Did I ask you for a win, Anika?
No, I just
Or is
told
your
you
or
I'm
is, your-
thugging it
or is
out.
your win your matcha
My
green
win is
tea
my matcha
latte?
green tea latte. Yeah, it's
Oh,
my
okay.
win.
Hey,
I'm
nothing,
ready
nothing,
for this
nothing wrong with that.
appointment on Wednesday. I got you out of the house to go get your stuff done for the appointment. We're doing great. I
I
have a
know, right?
cooperative
I
LTD.
know. I had to go
There you
get
go.
blood today. I'm still leaking because I think she kind of missed, so
Oh
that's why
my.
I'm bleeding. Oh man, I got a whole bruise and everything. That's all right. I'll make it. I
There you
shall
go.
survive.
At least you're going because that was a whole. Did y'all see that post by Kev on stage on
What'd he say?
Monday? So he posted a post saying, "Oh, I just went to the doctor to get my annual checkup.
Mhm,
Black men, please go." Right? There
mhm.
was like thousands of messages from men talking about how that's a waste of money and like all of these things. And so he had to go literally make a video like, y'all, you cannot avoid the doctor just because you go to the gym and eat well. That's not how that works.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
And
It's
it's
not.
covered by insurance. It's a physical, an annual physical that you don't even pay out of pocket for it.
It's a mess.
Talking about kept on stage
Wow.
video.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
And actually, Brandon, I was gonna ask, when was the last time you went and had an annual checkup?
I want to say like December. I get
Oh,
mine
my
then.
man, there you
I'm
go.
getting
You on it
mine.
then. Hey,
Yeah,
there we go.
I'm
So,
getting
What about you,
mine.
Jonathan?
I go every year. In this past year, I
Okay.
did it on the 6 month because I got this cholesterol thing I'm trying to get under control, make sure I'm straight so I don't die out here. So I'm on my
Hmm.
fish oils and my vitamins.
you
Yeah, I take
do
care
it
of
then. Yeah.
But see, I feel like every man with a good wife go to the doctor when they supposed
Wait,
to.
Tiana, I was just about to ask now who scheduled the appointments? Because
that's
Alan does not
no my
schedule his own
that's a
appointments.
fact. No, I
I
schedule
scheduled
mine
mine.
now, but my wife definitely. You
Uh,
know what? I started going probably in like 2017 consistently. We got married in 2016, and she a nurse, so yeah.
uh, First of all, I've been going to the doctor on the yearly tip. I'm him. Uh-huh.
I'm proud
Yeah,
of
I
you.
start.
Brandon
I'm
said
proud
you're
of
not
you.
gonna give all the credit to Ciandra, not
Not
all of
all
it.
of it. No, no. I give her a lot of credit, but I did this.
But
I've been doing this without her.
Yeah,
this
Hmm.
is
so
one
early
of the
22.
reasons like that black men who are
Yes.
married or men in general who are
Yeah.
married live longer
That's
Yes.
that's
and
that's
live better,
undisputed. That's
right?
undisputed.
Very
And
true.
studies show that single men, divorced men, these incels, as they calling them right now, the response that they gave to Kev on stage is how they living
Yeah.
in multiple arenas in life, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-mm.
That
now
is
when
so
Alan
you
true.
get
is
in your 50s and people aren't going to the doctor, things stop working.
Mhm.
You know,
Fair.
the fact that all my favorite people from middle school is like dying now, and they in their
Oh wow.
50s, and I'm like, damn, I was in middle school, so I'm like, I talk to a lot of middle schoolers and stuff. Like, I don't want to be dead when they in their 30s,
Right?
so it's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got
sure.
gotta take care of yourself. No, that is true. So yeah, I got the blood spots to prove that I'm trying. Miss Portia, give us a rundown. What's your win?
Okay, so I do have a win, and I would like to say thank you, Alan.
You're
I know all my stuff come with a preamble, but I hope y'all just used to it by now. So I have had very poor experiences with accountants and bookkeepers since I've gone into business for myself. I never had a need for one before. I used to do all my own taxes, right? Um, and those experiences not only left a sour taste in my mouth, really made me not want to give anybody access or control to the financial picture for my business, which created some avoidance in me. This is me diagnosing myself, but I'm qualified to do that. And I did this, I had my CEO day, my first like real live official, like sit down, turn the phone off, get in front of the computer and just let it be what it is day. And when I tell you that checklist made me feel like a big girl, it made me feel like I was really running a business. Being able to answer those questions or admit that I did not have clarity and answers in some areas, I was like, oh yeah, I'm running a business. I'm not just self-funding my own employment. Like this is a whole thing. And so I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I've already scheduled my CEO days from now to April, and I just say thank you, and that is my win.
That is a huge win. And thank you. That is, I love, love, love hearing that because that's what this whole group, that's what I'm trying to set up. That's what this is all about, giving you that, that look into your own business. Just like you say, hey, I'm running a business, not just having a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And I've
yeah.
never had an accountant who offered value added services, right? Like these meetings
Hmm.
that we're having, the checklist, even just the one-off conversations that we've had, the availability, right? Minimizes my resistance, the clarity, the answers helps me want to be engaged. It's at the point now where I feel like I got to show up whenever I can because you might mess around and say something and I miss it.
Absolutely. That is the point. That is the goal. I
Mhm.
love that. I am elated to hear that Portia. And then I did just see last week. I was like, oh, so my
I
my
sent you
kickoff
some money.
form. I saw Portia's name come across my desk. I was like, oh, there we go, Portia. Let's go.
Yep.
Absolutely
Portia,
love it.
I want you to know you just fueled his continued late nights.
Now look,
I just
you
want you
gonna
to know.
earn this money. This money I sent you, that $1,200, you gonna earn that money. You
I
gonna
have
earn
I have no problem doing
it
that.
down to the
And I
cent.
want I want to give you 10x more value in what you take away than what you paid for it. So absolutely, I have zero problems doing that.
He is going to skip downstairs on this aching knee now. Keep on.
I want to film it, Anika. Get it on camera.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm here for it. Brandon, you have a win.
Sure. Yeah. Last week we were talking about a course.
Hmm.
I started working on it. Know what I'm saying,
Oh.
I started working on it, got me a little outline, got a little I already got like a workbook that I'm gonna go through it myself and just make edits and things like that. But that workbook is probably gonna be part of the course I'm hoping to offer. I'm gonna lean on y'all. I'm gonna hit y'all up, trying to see, trying to see what things I can do to add to it or improve it or what have you. So
Hmm.
uh be aware, it's coming down the pipeline. I might be looking for your input to make this
Yeah, yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Yay.
that's good. No, that is perfect.
Mhm.
That's good. And you give me an idea on that. Because I know we previously talked about a couple weeks ago, kind of having a little bit of a show and tell on
Hmm.
things, but I'm a huge fan
Mm.
of crowdsourcing info. So kind of a caveat to that could be like, hey, this is what I'm working on. Hey, let me get some feedback, from, all these clinicians with amazing experience in here. It's like, hey,
Hmm.
how would you set this up? How would you do this? You know what I mean? Kind of
Yeah.
crowdsourcing that info. Because I once went to a mastermind a couple years ago with my business coach, and one of the things they did that I loved is everybody kind of got a little bit of a hot seat. And it's like, hey, these are the things I'm going through, in my business. How this is the constraint. How do I get unblocked on this? And so just kind of having everybody's input on that, is invaluable, I think. So kind of for us having maybe something similar, like, hey, like Brandon, maybe you're building out a course, or somebody else is having some, we've talked about the intensives, we talked about retreats, setting that up, maybe kind of crowdsourcing a little bit of that, like, hey, how would you set this up, what about this, oh, hey, maybe I didn't think about that piece of it there. So I love that. Yeah, maybe that's something
Sure.
we can get together. I believe we're gonna have a guest speaker in here in a couple weeks, 2 weeks, or next week, Ebony? And next week? Oh wait, you're on mute.
I believe she said the 16th.
Oh,
I
16th.
mean, the
Okay.
ninth. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. I think the ninth. The ninth. So
Oh,
this
the ninth. Okay. So that one would be next week. And so
next.
then I'm thinking maybe we can set these up maybe in the next couple weeks, maybe by end of February we'll do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, I love that. I love that. Um, Dr. Natika, hello. How are you?
Hey everybody, I'm on the move. Sorry for my camera being off,
You
but I'm here. I'm
all
doing
good.
well. Good to see
All
everybody.
good. Likewise. Give us a win you've had.
Oh, a win.
Hmm.
I will say that I actually have started putting together my systems for the consultation and training arm of my business. So I'm really proud of myself for moving forward with starting that process of like getting everything to talk to one another in terms of my systems, and then just building out the framework for the different tiers of consulting and training. So that's my win for the week.
Oh, hold on. There we go. No, I love that. That is a win, and that's a good one too. So everybody kind of working on something. Be thinking about what pieces of what you're putting together that you could use some thought process into. How can we help you, perfect, that offer, perfect that item, perfect the service, the delivery, so on and so forth. So yeah, I think that'll be good. So I'm gonna let y'all know, but that might be what's coming up, maybe late February in here. We'll do something like that. Awesome. Okay, well let's jump into it. I want to go over a few different things because as we y'all, can y'all believe it's February? Like, I feel like it was just New Year's like 2 weeks ago. And here we are. Here we are. But I want to go over because we are rounding into tax time naturally. And as most of y'all know, we have just about all of you guys covered from a tax standpoint, but I'm always big on information and being proactive. And so, although, you guys have us in your corner, in your pocket, I still want you to be informed because I feel like the more you know, the better it is overall. And so that's why I want to go over some of these things so you can be thinking about it because just think about it this way. No matter what we're doing for you guys, you're the ones who are living in your practice each and every day. So that's why I want to instill these different things into you for you guys to always be thinking about a proactive tax mindset. Like, hey, how can I be writing this off? Where should I be, deducting this from? Hey, if I change this slight little thing here, this means I get to deduct, this much more of that item, whatever the case might be. And so because of that, I want to talk about some different tax leaks that I see in tax returns. And so we want to make sure we're plugging those leaks, for you. And so that's what we are going over today. And then I'm gonna send you guys I have a handout too that I will, let's see, hold on. Let me send that to y'all now. That I have in a little checklist for you. There you go. Let me drop that into the chat. So then that way you guys can kind of have an idea yourselves and have a little bit of an internal checklist for you. So, all right, here we go. So some of the hidden tax leaks that most therapists miss. So contractors is always a big deal. Messy books, we want to make sure we tighten that up. You know, for those of you who we do your bookkeeping, obviously we've got you. For those of you who we don't, hey, this will give you some helpful info on that. And so you know what I've come to learn that most tax stress isn't necessarily about what you owe, it's about what you're missing, and then also not knowing what you owe as well. So if we're working on that throughout the year, then we have a pretty good idea. And what I was mentioning to Kendra earlier, another reason why we're stepping, I guess going up a rung on the ladder, where we normally, calculate everybody's quarterlies, but we're going a step further and letting everybody know, hey, based on your monthly books, here's what we need to be setting aside based on your, tax deductions, your tax rate, so on and so forth, so we can get one step ahead of it and be really clear, throughout the year. And so with that, yeah, we'll just go to the next one. So tax planning really starts with making sure we have clean input. So does anybody have contractors? Do we have 1099s? Because I know we sent out some stuff to everybody about contractors, 1099s. I know that's always a big one. Did everybody get out? Did everybody here at least get out all their 1099s if you had one? For our ongoing clients, we did it for you, but does anybody have any questions on contractors, 1099s, what that looks like, so on and so forth?
What happens if you didn't?
You can be subject to penalties. Because the official deadline for 1099s was the 31st, January 31st. However, I would still suggest, if you still have some, we can still do them now. It's not, not too far gone. Something that still needs to be sent out though.
And is it that we have to report the 1099s to the IRS as well?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a twofold process where you send the 1099 to the person, directly, your contractor. For this year, and here's another note. For this year, it's for 2025, should I say, $600 and above. That's what it's always been. The rules are changing for 2026. That threshold actually goes up to $2,000 in 2026. But for right now, it's $600. So any contractor you pay more than $600 to, you need to send them a 1099. And so you send the person a 1099, but then you also report that amount directly to the IRS. So it's a twofold process.
Is there a way to automate that?
Yes, through Gusto.
Mm.
Yep. If you sign up, you can add contractors to Gusto. So for most of our clients who are already running payroll, like if you have some W-2s, like our groups who have W-2s and might have some 1099s, we usually set up everybody in Gusto. So, the contractors in there, you're paying payroll all at the same time. But for those who don't have a payroll set up directly, then you can still have a contractor only payroll through Gusto. I want to say it's something like $6 a contractor a month, something like that. So it's not a terrible amount, especially to stay, organized and send those out. But we do have some people who pay some clients who don't have their contractor set up in Gusto, and they just, pay them via Zelle, transfer, or whatever. Well, we see the book, so we still track that amount, and so we manually send out 1099s for those clients who do that. Natika, what you got?
So, I have a question about this.
Sure.
I do have administrative support that I've had with me since I think I started working with her in 2023. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know I was supposed to give her a 1099 because she reports her own taxes and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
am I in trouble? Like, am I supposed to be giving her a 1099? Because yeah,
Didn't she hire through
I
a company
haven't.
though?
Well, she has her own company. So I didn't hire her
Oh, okay.
through like a third party per se.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
she's just she's just someone that was referred to me from
Mm-hmm.
a colleague and we started working together. So I pay her directly. It's in my books. It's y'all see it and tag
Mm-hmm.
it and categorize it accordingly, but I've not submitted or provided her with a 1099. I just didn't know that I was supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Let me get with Arian on that one. Our bookkeeping coordinator and um see if she has that because I know we sent out that 1099 like questionnaire to everybody. I'm sure you probably saw that one come through. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let me take another look at that. But at least for 2025, we can certainly send her one. I would say from what you're describing, yes, she definitely needs one. I want to see if Arian put you down on the list for that already, or
Okay.
if it's something separate we need to do. Ebony, can you shoot Arian a message about that one for me, just to double check on Natika's contractor to make sure we're good? Because Arian has the list of that, and we'll take a look. But essentially, in short, yes, you do need to be sending her a 1099 with whatever amount you paid her. But let me see if we had that one done. I'm not sure, but I will let you know.
Okay. So, okay, thank you for that. Follow-up
Of
question.
course,
How
sure.
does, okay, how does that need to be handled for, or does it need to be handled since it didn't happen last year or the year before? I didn't send out anything. So, like, is the IRS gonna come for me? You know,
No,
I'm allergic to jail, three hot, six hot, and Big Bertha. I'm allergic to all of them. I'm just saying.
Under, understood. Fully understood. Um, I think you should be okay. Let me take a look at it and see if that's something that if we didn't end up doing them, if we need to like backdate those.
Okay.
But the biggest point that the IRS wants is that the money is reported. And so I'm
Hmm.
assuming your lady who you're paying, she probably has her own, like you mentioned, she has her own business. She has a Schedule C. She's probably reporting it there. I would ask her about that, but either way, we need to get her a W-9 to fill out on file. So we can send that to her for you. And then we'll double check. But yeah, let me look at that one and I'll let you know if we need to go back and do anything on that one. But we definitely need to send her one for 25. Let's see what it looks like previously to see if we need to do one prior for like 24.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Of course, my pleasure. Um, okay, so with that, as I mentioned, this is why we want to be, tracking everything, having everything down because everything is fixable with the right systems in place. But that's why we want to be talking about these things so you know what the right systems are. So that way you guys are covered on both ends where you guys have the information on the front end, we have the information on the back end, and so together it just makes a better partnership. So 1099 is just what we were talking about. So this is why they matter because they document how much money flowed out of your business to contractors and vendors, which therefore creates your deduction trail, which is what we were just talking about, which is why we send them to the 1099 because they want to see, because IRS wants to see what was paid out and it adds that second layer of who you're sending it to make sure that they are reporting income because all the IRS cares about is that the income is being reported, to be perfectly honest. And so, once again, where errors occur, there could be IRS notice and penalties, could be lost business deductions, contractor classification issues, just to kind of, let you know. The bottom line is, if you miss 1099s, it could be missed deductions. And so proper 1099 management just puts us all in compliance, make sure we're good to go on that front. And that's why and so the biggest thing to take away for all of you guys to know is when you are hiring somebody, and as I say for 2026 and on, if somebody you're going to pay more than $2,000 to in a year, then you need to have them sign a W-9. That is like when you first bring them in, they're first coming on, whether it's somebody you're hiring, to work within your practice, or if it's like a vendor you're hiring, virtual assistant, actual assistant, a therapist, if you are paying them, if they are providing support to your company, first thing you do is have them fill out a 1099, because much harder to get people fill out 1099s after they've been paid. So that should be part of your checklist right before. Hey, as soon as somebody comes in, I know I'm going to be paying them, give or take. If I'm paying them close to $2,000 in a year, then I want to make sure that they have a W-9 that we are sending them right out the gate. And once again, if y'all have questions on that, that's what we're here for. We do W-9 management as well. So if you just let us know their email address, we'll send those out for you. We'll keep it on file, send you a copy, so in that way we're covered once 1099s are due at the end of January. So we kind of hit some 1099 questions. Anybody have any other questions on 1099s? Everybody good? All right. So a couple different mistakes on that is, once again, as we talk about paying them, Venmo or Zelle without proper tracking or documentation, that's where that missing W-9 comes in, because you still can send contractors payments via Venmo or Zelle. You just want to make sure it comes out of your business account and that you have that W-9 on form. Like we were talking about, for people who are already running payroll, probably easiest and most cleanest route is if you're running Gusto payroll, set the contractors up in there. You pay them directly through that platform, and then Gusto helps provide your 1099s at the end of the year. Of course, we have access to that. We just double check those, make sure we have those in your returns, and we're good to go. And then misclassification issues. So admin support, marketing help, virtual assistants, all of those, like I say, anybody who is really helping you in your practice most likely needs a W-9. But that's why we're here also. If you have somebody that you're bringing in that you're about to start paying, let us know. If you have questions on it, hey, do I need to send this person a 1099? Once again, this is why I say this is kind of that twofold thing. This is why we want y'all to have this information on the front end. So as soon as you're bringing somebody in, hey, we can ask those questions, help you figure out, oh, yeah, nope, they do need a 1099, or nope, they don't need one. So no point in doing a W-9. So that's what we're here to answer. One small caveat that hope is not confusing, but if you are paying a company that is a S-Corp or a corporation, then you actually do not have to do a W-9 for them. So one small note, you don't have to pay them a 1099 if you are paying a S-Corp directly, or if you are paying a corporation directly, you do not have to. Now, if it's an individual with the LLC or PLLC, then yes, you do. But just a small caveat on corporations, where you do not have to do that on corporations. And actually, if you have rent, you actually do still have to send one to your landlord, provided they are not a corporation. Different 1099, but it's not a 1099 NEC. It's a 1099 MISC for miscellaneous for rents paid. But FYI there.
Can you repeat that for a second about the
Yeah, sure.
landlord?
So for landlords, it is if you are paying a landlord, if they're not a corporation, then oftentimes you do still have to send them a 1099. It is a 1099 miscellaneous, MISC. About 4 or 5 years ago, the IRS separated. It used to be just a 1099 MISC for everybody. They separated it out from contractors and from miscellaneous. The biggest one on miscellaneous is rent. And so rent paid to a landlord oftentimes can trigger you to have to send them a 1099.
I've been doing that. I did not know
Does that make sense?
Yes, we'll have to talk about that then now.
Okay. Because actually, we're on the schedule to talk this week, right, Cantor?
We are.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks.
Yep.
Thank
Yep.
you.
We'll go over it.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. All right. So next thing, books. Clean books are the foundation to every deduction, especially mileage, which we'll talk about in a second. So bookkeeping is just think bookkeeping is really just the foundation of your practice. It's the foundation of your P&L. It's the foundation of knowing how much money you're making, how much money you're spending, making sure we're deducting everything that's possible. So once again, that's why we do it, and it gives you kind of a, for lack of a better term, a monthly report card. Hey, how's my business doing? Am I making money, spending money? Well, we're always spending money. We're just hoping that we're making more than we're spending, right? And so yeah, so we want to make sure that we have clean books. And so clean books is the, very forefront of even doing anything from a tax standpoint. Because it's hard to proactively plan if we don't have your book squared away, if we don't have good visibility and insight as to how much you're making, how much you're spending, so on and so forth. So, for our ongoing monthly clients, obviously y'all are covered. We do that for you. You see that amount, you see your reports every month. So we feel pretty good there. But at the same time, this is a two-way street where we want y'all reviewing those reports every month. If there's anything that's not making sense on that, let us know so we can, book a separate call to go over it with you, or if something seems a little bit off. That's why, we want to, have you have the information on it. And then once again, tracking drive strategy. We can proactively tax plan when we know what the numbers are, because one of the things that we do for you guys is mentioning, of course, the quarterly taxes. Well, we project out your entire year of books, so we look at your actuals, and then we say, hey, based on this is what we're going to do to project it out for the rest of the year based on how many sessions you think you're going to have. And hey, by the end of the year, this is what we think your revenue is going to be. This is about what your expenses are going to be. This is what your profit's going to be. We take that, we build your tax return each quarter, because that's how we come up with your quarterly estimated amounts. And but this all comes from having clean books naturally. So that's the foundation to it all. And once again, visibility creates confidence. So you have to know your profit margins. That's what helps you make informed business decisions, making sure you have that good, clean report card, as I talk about. So keep this in mind: therapist specific insight, office visits, continuing education, professional errands. This is where we're going to talk about mileage in a second. Um, Client related travel, like all these things can be deductions. As y'all know, if you ever have questions on, hey, can I deduct this? Can I deduct that? Hey, let us know. We're gonna try to find a way to deduct it, but if we can't, we're gonna tell you that too. It's like, ooh, hey, that keeps us on our toes. Ooh, hey, maybe we can use it this way, that way, and then it'd be a deduction. But if not, obviously we'll let you know that as well. But any questions on that? Any questions on deductions? Anybody have anything that you're wondering about, so on and so forth?
So many.
What you got, Portia?
I have a list.
Okay, come with it.
Car repairs.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's deductible.
I know that when you do it, like I have a home office, so when you do the
Mm-hmm.
home office deduction, you have two options there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, if one way, like the square footage option works for you 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
is it safe to assume that's going to be your route every year?
Yeah, that other one, what is it? Tammy, what's it called?
Vintage.
What's the basic home office? It's not Safe Harbor. It's the square footage, and it's the simplified something or another is what
Oh,
they call it.
simplified. One is
Is it
simplified.
just simplified method?
Yes,
Simplified home
yes.
office? Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
one's trash. Never do that one.
Okay.
If anybody ever tells you to do that, they are not advising you appropriately, because think about this. If it's anything that's ever simple with the IRS, it's
Mm-hmm.
probably costing you money. So the simplified method is basically they take it's like 5% or something.
Mm-hmm.
You get like, was it $5 per square foot or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. I've never seen it to where anybody has a home office and that deduction is actually bigger than your actual expenses. I've never seen
Right,
it
and the
yet.
max is 300 square feet for the office.
Yeah, exactly. So
Can't
so
get
yeah.
more than $1,500.
Oh, so
Hmm.
I just, yeah, I don't need to like add
Wait,
square footage and all that. It is what it is.
well, you said for the simplified, you can't be more than 300 square feet. Is that what I heard you say?
No,
Or is
this
it
is
the total
300.
period? 300
Hmm.
for the simplified. So if you have a
For
Hmm.
bigger, but
simplified.
if you have a bigger office, you can't
You
get
can't take the
more.
simplified.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Trust Brandon, we've never taken the simplify for you.
No, I said
Don't
like,
worry.
hold up, wait a minute.
Don't
Okay, cool,
worry.
cool, cool, cool.
No, no. I see it on, clients' returns coming in. And I'm like, you're costing people money whenever you take the simplified. It's simple. Add up your home expenses for the year. What was your percentage of your home office versus the entire house? And you get that percentage. More times, every time it is more than the simplified version. But yeah. So FYI, but yes, that is how you calculate your total home expenses for the year. What
okay.
is the percentage of your home office versus the percentage of your whole house? A perfect example, you have 1,000 square foot house, you have 100 square foot office, you take 10% of all of your home expenses for the year. That is your deduction.
Got you.
Hmm.
So, and that was my other question too, like how
Hmm.
do you account for those? Because none of that stuff is gonna like shared expenses. None of that's gonna show up on your P&L, right?
Correct. That will not. Correct.
And if I'm paying those, which I
Mhm.
am, does it matter whether I'm paying those from my personal checking account or my business checking account?
Great question. I would typically, if we're doing home office, I would still typically pay those from your personal account.
Okay,
And then we just pull over the deductions
that's
from
what
your
I've been
business
doing.
account. It's like just think of it as like a off the P&L deduction
Mm-hmm.
essentially, where you still get to write that off. Now for you, here's another caveat. This is where things change with the S Corp. With an S Corp, the best way to do that is actually what is called an accountable plan, and setting up an accountable plan within an S Corp, because then you basically, for an accountable plan, you do this. You say, hey, what are my typical expenses? Let's just say, hey, we do all the math of it. Let's just say, hey, your typical business expenses for your home is just say
Mm-hmm.
$500 a month. Well,
Okay.
within an S Corp for an accountable plan, you actually then say, hey, every month I'm going to take $500 from my S Corp and transfer it to myself for this
Um,
accountable plan. And that way it is on your S Corp P&L because we have the accountable plan set up.
you know what? That just helped me more than you know, right?
Hmm.
Because like if I do an owner's draw, I can
Hmm.
assign that owner's draw to cover these expenses.
Hmm. Hmm.
That
and
is
th- and
miraculous.
then it's deductible because owner's draws are not. So that's what. And let me break this down for you and any S corp, because there are three ways to take money out of an S corp. First way is what you have to do. You have to pay yourself a salary in an S corp. So reasonable comp. We do the reports. You have to do a salary. We always
Mhm.
want that salary to be as low as possible, though, as low as legally possible based on what they say, because you have to pay payroll taxes, so on and so forth. But we do have to pay it. Otherwise, you would pay no taxes, no payroll taxes within an S corp. That's why the IRS mandates it. But the second thing that we want to do in an S corp is look at all the tax planning deductions that we can take, i.e., an accountable plan, i.e., paying you for your CEO days, the Augusta rule, all the, i.e., paying
Charles,
your kids.
Charles,
Uh-huh.
I get paid for the CEO days.
Yes.
We gonna have
14 times a year.
I didn't know the CEO days counted toward the Augusta rule.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See?
And that's why we frame it that way, because we
Yeah.
frame the CEO days to have once a month to be essentially your Augusta rule deduction.
That is magnificent. Okay, now,
Hmm. Am I starting to earn my money, Portia?
yeah, this is the tip, this is the iceberg. Okay. So I'm gonna name like a quick list of ex
Yeah.
home office expenses. Tell me
Hmm.
if anything
Yeah, go for it.
Dodge it.
Go
Okay.
for it.
So of course utilities like lights,
Mm-hmm.
water, gas,
Mm-hmm.
phone,
Mm-hmm.
internet. What about landscaping?
Oh, landscaping. That one's tough to be honest. Only way landscaping can typically be done is in a rental. For your own house, probably not. For a
Okay.
rental, absolutely.
But
Okay,
wait, wait,
got
wait.
you.
But Alan, what if she put up an awning outside and she does sessions outside? She,
Awning, yes.
but
In
she
my backyard
in her backyard, and she
with the
and her backyard
birds
in the background
singing
with the
and the
birds.
shade tree.
Can that count? Because that's my plan this spring. I'm asking.
Let me see.
Get back to
Let
us.
me look at Tammy, write that one down for us to look
Yeah,
at.
get back to us on that
Is
because
there
we
is
So
there
have
any
I
way we
spent
could
some
take
money on some
landscaping
that
as
part.
a home office expense?
So the question is, can you write off your landscaping?
Or at least
Mm-hmm.
get a deduction for
Is there
landscaping.
any way to potentially write off landscaping as part of the home office expense?
Hey, can I jump in with a question real quick?
So
Yeah, go
you
ahead,
can write
Jonathan.
off landscaping. You can write off the landscaping if you meet clients at your home. And then you making the exterior appearance as a business.
We are
So,
meeting at home
so what
virtually.
Anika just said with the awning outside, then yes.
What if I take my laptop outside and have sessions? I'm just
No, seriously, that's what I'm doing. Doing it out.
Well, you know what? Actually, there could be something to that because so perfect example. Like, although this is virtual, like the stuff I'm
mm-hmm,
putting here in my office and decorate with, like this is
mm-hmm,
part of that in a virtual world.
mm-hmm.
So having, suessions outside, there
Yes.
could be something
So
there.
Right.
there are limits. So there
Because
are some limits.
my
But
backyard looks like this in real life. Like I have
Hmm.
trees like this in real life in my backyard. And I do like to sit out
There
there.
could be something there.
So, question. Okay, now this is just about a couple other things on this list.
Hmm.
Hold
If
on,
I,
before you go, let me jump in real quick.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go
no,
ahead,
no, you
Jonathan.
good.
What you
I
got?
just it's a part of what she asked, and then I gotta jump
Oh,
off.
uh-huh.
So about the vehicle, what if
Hmm.
you have multiple vehicles? Can you only do one?
You can do multiple vehicles if you use them each for business. It doesn't have to be one,
Oh,
but it is if you use two different vehicles and different business trips for each one, then both vehicles still count.
okay. And the second question was, so if you have an actual office and a home office,
Hmm.
can you do both?
Yes, because one can be your admin office. This actually went to the IRS tax court a few years ago. But one can be your administrative office. There was actually I think it was a dentist. If I remember the case correctly, he's, saw patients at his actual office. He's obviously not doing dentistry at home, but he did all of his admin work at his house. Well, that kind of opens it up to both. So yes, you could have a physical office where you're paying rent, but then also get a deduction for home office. So yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Portia. Continue.
No, you're all right.
No,
Okay.
you're good, Jonathan.
See, we getting stuff done today. Okay, now here's some
Absolutely.
other things on this list.
Hmm.
What if I have one Amazon Prime account and I use
Hmm.
it for business and personal? Like
You
when
just
I pay for something on
Mhm.
it, if it's business, I use my business credit card.
Oh,
But as
perfect.
far as the Amazon fee, the Prime fee that I pay yearly.
Yeah, you can essentially split that up. So
Okay.
I would just choose like, hey, if it's like 75% business, 25% personal, then you can write off, say it's $100, then yeah, you can write off $75 as a business expense. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, I think that was my short list here.
I like the Amazon one. Also,
That is a good
I've
one.
been I've been getting emails from them to myself sign up for the business account, the Amazon business account, and I think is that a
Ah.
separate charge? Like, you know what I'm
Yes, yeah,
saying?
you can. No, it's actually no charge. They
Yeah, I think
actually
they're
link
free.
it to your Prime account.
Oh,
That
okay.
is a good way to keep better track of business items because yeah, I
Okay.
signed up for an Amazon business account and I like
Let me
it.
see.
So
Say it's
that way
cheaper.
it kind of helps separate those items. But worst case scenario, even if you have a personal account, just like what you mentioned, Portia, have your business card on there and just pay. You could easily switch the card you're paying for, pay with your business card, even on a personal account. But I like that step even better, having a full-on business Amazon account.
Would that be the
I
same
have-
with my Costco membership?
Yeah, that would be the same.
Hey,
Yeah, if you're buying something from Costco for business, use your business card there.
Yeah, like when I have the office parties here, when I do events where I supply refreshments and things, I buy all of that at Costco.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Use your business card.
Okay.
I want to share because y'all was talking about the Amazon.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
The Amazon Prime. Well, if you have access to a .edu email address, you get Amazon like 6 months free, and then it's like, I don't know, I forgot. It's not a lot. It's like way less than the average price. So I just thought I'd share that just in case somebody got a .edu email, you can use it.
We all
Okay.
do. We all in debt to an EDU, so you better use it.
Right.
Do you have
very
access
true.
to them though? Like your old ones?
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, go check
Hey,
it out.
yeah, you dribble and shoot, right?
All right.
I love
Just
it.
thought I'd let y'all know.
No, that's a good look, Jonathan. Thank you. Any other questions on that? These are good though. It's helpful for everybody. The next thing up that I want to make sure to mention, because this is definitely a missed deduction, and exactly what you're kind of talking about, Portia, is mileage. So when you are going to Costco to buy those things for that party, that is a business deduction, a mileage deduction. I just sent you guys a link. It's also in your spreadsheet as well that I sent, but we like to use Hurdler. I know Brandon uses it. And so Hurdler makes it super easy to track every, trip that you have essentially in your car, picks it up. Swipe right for personal, swipe left for business. You can even save favorites in there. And it helps you make sure it gives you the mileage log that you're supposed to have for IRS mileage deductions. And it also makes it easy just to make sure you're not missing any deductions either. So when you're going to the store, and here's the other thing on this one is that as we talked about having a physical office and a admin office. So if you have a office at your house and if that is your primary office, then that is actually where you can start tracking mileage from. So if you're leaving from your house and going to Costco and buying stuff for your CEO day for an event for something like that, that is business mileage too, because the IRS goes off what is your home base office, and your admin office is typically your home base office. So anywhere you go from home to a business location, including your actual office, can then be considered business mileage. Now, if all you have is a physical office and not an office at home, then that mileage starts when you're at the office and going anywhere else. So in that situation, you cannot write off, hey, I'm going from home to my office if that's your only office, because that's just commuting. Does that make sense? Kind of get tricky.
One
Everybody
last
tracking
question.
on that?
No,
Yeah,
I
go for
am.
it.
Okay, so for example, if I have to go on a business retreat with my RV to like Livingston, is this miles on my? Is this business miles? Could that be?
Yeah, that would be business miles.
It's basically just me going camping, but you know what I'm saying.
If it is all about how you frame it.
Okay,
It's really literally it is all about how you frame it, how you set it up, and all about documentation. But yeah, if you're going out there and let's just say that's the place where you're having your CEO day, then absolutely your travel to that would be considered business mileage.
Got you. Okay, no, I got it. I actually do stuff like that. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Let's see. Let me see what else I got. Okay, I got a few things that we'll probably go into next time just to wrap this up, because we had some good conversation, good questions on this one. So we'll pick this one up. But in the meantime, anybody have any other questions on contractors, tax deduction, mileage, so on and so forth. I sent you guys the link. And we'll post this in the community too, the link to fill out, to kind of track these things, that be as your double check. But anybody have anything else? Any other questions?
Real quick,
Sure.
should I send Tammy or you the information for my contractor to get her W-9 form sent to her?
Send it to your dedicated email address.
Wait. Okay, maybe I didn't ask that correctly.
You did. So it'd be
you answered it right. You have a dedicated email address with us. I think it's like highervibrations@pruittprepcpa.com.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You do.
That's the email.
Tammy, can you send? I was gonna say,
Okay,
Tammy,
so
send Natika an
email
from it.
from last week when I sent you the link. And all our coaching clients, all you guys have your own dedicated box inbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's your company
email
name
address.
at Prairie Prep CPA.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah, Tammy, send Natika another email from it now, so she can easily reply to it. But that's where you'll send that to, because that way we set that up so you guys have one central place to email us, and then that way you don't have to ask this question like, hey, should I send it to Tammy? Should I send it to Alan? Does this go to Arian? Where does this go? Boom, you just always respond to that email address, and we got you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Of course.
I need to send you my 1099s too, that I got from my people.
Oh yeah. If you got some, let us know, Brandon. You had a questionnaire, right?
Yeah, I did all that, but I was like, where do I put
okay.
the 1099s that I received? Because I was working as
a gotcha. We'll send you your tax organizer on that one. And then Tammy, maybe next time what we could go through, since we have a few more tax items, is go over just like the process, the organizer, since we're kind of kicking that off now for everybody. We can do that too. Kind of make it easy. Kind of walk everybody through it. Awesome. Well, this was good, y'all. I appreciate you guys as always. Let us know if you have any more questions. We'll see y'all here next week. And remember, the sooner you get to your dream practice, the longer you get to enjoy it. And we're here to help you every step of the way. Y'all have a blessed Monday.
Bye, everybody.
Adios.
You too.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Everybody.